I am so grateful that there are places like this still in the world. You're watching Wild Retirement!
What do we mean by wild retirement? Well, think of it like this. WILD is an acronym and it stands for What I Love Doing. These are stories about people at a particular stage in their lives who've made a decision to do what they love doing.
This is exactly what I live for, yes.
I call it living the wild life.
For decades, I've been obsessed with the expat experience. What would it be like to live in a foreign country? So I decided to come down to Mexico to see for myself. Who are you, lady?
I'm your wife. I'm with you on the ride, baby.
Travel by luxury bus is a pleasure in Mexico, not to mention a super value. This one took Julia and I 60 miles east of San Miguel to Guanajuato, city of inviting lanes and alleyways, an amazing system of tunnels to get around, and a love of history, art, and literature.
I see windmills.
I was eager to meet our Airbnb host, Crystal, an expat from Denmark.
Hola!
Hey neighbor, welcome to Guanajuato.
What's your name?
I'm Jessica.
Wait a minute.
And where's Crystal?
Our story took an unexpected turn.
I am staying in the home of a very dear friend of mine.
That friend being Crystal, who needed a last-minute house sitter.
And I'm caring for a wonderful hound. And as long as he's got his ball, he is happy.
Here's Jessica's amazing story.
Well, I'm Jessica Vineyard, vagabond queen and world traveler. 4 years ago, I sold all my possessions, sold my house in the U.S., and I've been traveling full-time around the world ever since.
Where have you been?
Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Bali. Didn't make it up to Laos. Montenegro and Croatia, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Czech Republic, Hungary. Gosh, I don't know, England, Morocco. That was pretty amazing. Jumped over to South America, Ecuador and Peru. Mexico, of course, that's where I am right now. And I've been back to many of those countries several times.
What happened?
Well, I had been living in a small town in Oregon for 22 years. I was a hairstylist for 28 years. And at age 44, I earned my chemistry degree because I had always been a scientist at heart. And I worked as a chemist for several years. Then I quit chemistry and bought my business, a luxury Aveda spa. I had 25 employees. And as a result of the crash in 2008, I lost everything. It was really a challenging time. I was already in my 50s and thought I had set myself up for life. And here I was basically starting at zero. So I spent a year deciding what to do and became a freelance book editor. Woke up one morning in bed and thought, you know, with my new book editing business, I can just travel the world. I'm going to do that. And 1 year and 3 weeks later, I was on my way to Bali. I've been here in Guanajuato for about 5 months now. There is so much richness of culture here in Guanajuato. As a university city with a huge music department and theater department, there is always music in the streets. There's all kinds of little alleyways to explore. The visual city itself is so colorful.
How much beauty can one man take?
It's a very old city. It's been first established about 600 years ago, and it's built on solid rock.
Old places make old people feel young.
It's very steep. There's stairs up everywhere. I like using these stairs for exercise. One of the first questions I got once I was in another country was a man who asked me, so, what are you running away from? Because that's what we're all doing here. And I looked at him and I thought, I'm not running away from anything. Are all you people running away from something? The thought hadn't even occurred to me. I was running toward grabbing a life and an adventure that I'd never experienced before. A complete unknown that just filled me with this exhilaration that was, well, I think it shows on my face probably. I can feel it coming out. This is great. I like to meet people wherever I can. wherever I can.
Yeah.
Especially nice people.
Oh, thank you.
I get asked a lot how I afford to travel. All my airfare, train, donkey, cow taxi, whatever the transportation is, that's my accommodations, my food, sightseeing, entertainment. My budget is an average of $1,200 a month. I don't stay in 5-star hotels. I don't even stay in 1-star hotels. I stay in youth hostels. I use a budget app, and I mark down when I have a cup of coffee. I can work from my laptop from anywhere in the world, and I don't even need Wi-Fi to do that, just once in a while. So that is not a made-up budget. That is my real, literal budget. Buen chico, abajo. Buen chico. I just found that people all over the world just want to help each other. And even though that might seem like a common platitude, when you're experiencing it on the ground in a country where you can't verbally speak with people, I have friends all around me, looking out for me, caring for me, ensuring that I'm safe. I never felt frightened. I've never had a bad thing happen. I've never been in danger. And it's just really something to live that instead of just know it up here. I often find that the adventures I'm taking, I set out for my own personal richness and experience. But that's rarely the end result, because I have connected with other people throughout the world who I was very excited and pleased to find saw me as a wise woman. That was a complete surprise for me, and it just talk about personal enrichment right there, just feeling like I can contribute something that I did not set out to do at all.
And you met a group here too, right?
I formed a group here.
Oh.
Yeah, as soon as I arrived, the week I arrived, I said, hey, I want to make some friends. Anybody interested in a women's group? Boom. All kinds of, me.
Women are good at that,
Yeah,
aren't they?
So that idea of that sometimes I could feel a little bit selfish went away pretty quickly when I realized that, I have all these opportunities to give back. It's never a one-way street. You know, when I first had this idea of traveling the world, I absolutely could not see how it could happen. And I have overcome a lot of traumatic events in my life, many that I've not shared here. And I found that resilience inside that allowed me to pick up and keep going. And gathering community around me was one way to do that, but also finding an internal spirit that overrode any fear or doubt that continues to arise. It's just so important to find that spirit inside yourself that sets you out on a life of adventure that at this point one can only dream of.
Oh, Jessica, thank you so much for letting us know what's it like to be you.
Well, thanks for giving me the opportunity to share. Mostly, I really want to inspire people to live their fullest lives.
She inspired me. How about you? Any final words you'd like to leave us with?
My mom is 88. She lives in California. And as long as she's around, I feel like I need to stay kind of close. But beyond that, I can see myself living in Thailand, for sure.
I got new life.